Hello everybody and welcome back to Operation Logistics, where we are currently working on implementing our toolbar here, and that is going reasonably well. We have implemented our construction menu that will have some sub-menus. We'll deal with that in a bit. We've also implemented our land management menu. There we go. Excellent. First thing I want to do after clearing the console here is I want to go ahead and go into our UI scripts and create a new C# script, and I'm just going to simply call this a just simply menu. Okay, let's go ahead and reload this. This will be a mono behavior. We don't need a start or an update, and for right now, all we need is a public void toggle active, and that would be if, actually, we can just simply say game object dot set active, and that would be not game object dot active. Let's see, they deprecated active, didn't they? Use game object active self. Okay. So I don't know if we can call this while it's deactivated, but we'll find out. So let's go ahead and implement, or rather not even implement, just select our two menus here. Add component, and this will be menu. There we go. So these don't have anything other than the menu, but we can now take the construction menu here, and we can go to menu, and this is simply going to be toggle active. And then same thing here. For the land management, menu, toggle active. And now we don't need to manage any of that. So here we can also theoretically do the same thing. Menu, toggle active, and menu, toggle active. Now, it does bear noting that this is not necessarily what we want. So when we do the construction menu, okay, we need to make this a little bit smarter. So let's go ahead and pass in a bool. This was clicked. So then we could say if this was clicked, then game object, we would just toggle it if that was the one that was clicked. Else, we would just game object dot set active, and then this would be simply false. If it's not the one that was clicked, we always want it to be false. Okay, so let's see if we can then pass that in. Menu, toggle active, bool. Okay. Excellent. So on, off, and then same thing here. Menu, toggle active, bool. So land management on, and construction off. Excellent. So obviously we're going to run into more errors here, because this is not strictly speaking designed to have these many things turned off, but that's okay. Construction menu pops open, pops closed. If we have the construction menu open, and we open the land management menu, perfect. That works exactly as I anticipated. So that's perfect right there. That's exactly the behavior we're looking for. So the next thing that we're going to need to do is I'm just going to duplicate the land management menu here, and we're going to put that into the root button. And we're going to call this the root management window. And we're going to go ahead and place this at -7, 43, -7. We're going to leave it at that height. And I'm going to change this from buy land and sell land to be create root or rather create root button, and oh, come on, remove root button. Okay, and this is going to be create root, and this is going to be remove root. Easy as that. Excellent. So let's go ahead and create some on-clicks here. So the first one we're going to need here is the root management window. And that is going to be menu toggle active, and we do want that to be on. Next one, construction menu, menu toggle active. We don't want that one on. And then finally, the land management menu. Same thing here. Menu toggle active. We definitely want that one false. Okay. So at that point, we can go up to our construction button and add in our root management window. And actually, I'm going to rename that root management menu. I want a capital M. Come here. There we go. Okay. So in here, we've got our root management menu, and it's not calling a function. Let's go ahead and go to menu toggle active. And the same thing down here in the land management button. We will go ahead and add in another one here, and root management menu. And this will be menu toggle active. Excellent. Okay. So there's that done. We can go ahead and disable the root management menu for right now. And for the time being, just for the purposes of testing, I'm going to go ahead and clear the console, because that's bothering me. I'm also going to turn biome hexes, advisor window, and building hexes back on. So we shouldn't run into all those errors. And let's hop on over here. Skip the tutorial for now, for obvious reasons. And let's just go ahead and test this. So construction pops open, demolition doesn't do anything. That is expected, actually. For right now, we should probably make it actually do something, as in closing all of the windows. It doesn't set our mode or anything, but that's fine. Root management, we can create and remove roots. Obviously, those buttons don't do anything. And buying and selling land from land management. Excellent. This seems good. Okay. Yeah, that seems fine. Let's go ahead and implement the demolition button closing all of the menus. So let's go into here and let's have 3 actions on click. And that will be construction menu, root management menu, and land management menu. And then go to menu, toggle active, menu toggle active, and menu toggle active. So that just turns off all menus if we press it right now. That's all it does. But that's okay. So let's go ahead and skip the tutorial again, just make sure that that works. And indeed, it seems to. Perfect. Fantastic. Okay. And of course, we've still got our nice picturesque scene here. Excellent. Okay, so what's next is the question. Well, I think what is next is actually implementing some of these things. So we can go ahead and we know that our business script is basically going to be running everything. And it's a time-aware object. We should basically run things from the business script. So I'm going to go ahead and create a public enum, and this is going to be the current mode that we're in. There will be several different modes, and those modes will be, I mean, basically these things here, except we're going to need to we're going to need to have a few things. So public enum, and I'm going to call this the, I don't want to just call it mode. I want to call it maybe like player mode. I feel like that's not descriptive enough. Maybe more like interaction mode. I like that better. So public enum interaction mode. First thing that we're going to have is construction. That one's easy enough. We can basically just leave that and then have a variable in here for what we're currently constructing. The next one is destruction. That one, again, is easy enough. We'll just delete things that is in a hex that we own. We'll need to implement that later on, owning hexes and paying taxes on them, because that will probably be a thing. So construction, destruction, what is the next mode that we're going to need? Well, the next mode is definitely going to be route management. However, we need to know whether we're creating or destroying routes, or modifying routes. There's something. Let's go ahead and hop into Unity here, and let's turn on our route management menu. Okay, so I mean our hexes are in front of everything right now. But if we come up over here, then I can very, very easily just add 45 pixels in height. And then I'm also going to do the same thing here, 135. No, not 137, 135. Okay, and then let's go ahead and center this. So 135 divided by 2, 67.5. And I'm going to create another button here. And this is going to be the edit route button. That's going to be a thing that's going to be pretty important, I think. So edit route. Not row 2, route. There we go. And let's go ahead and do create route, edit route, and what did I call it? Destroy route? Remove route. Okay, that's a better term. Remove route, buy land, and sell land. So for right now, those are the interaction modes that we can be in, and also none. Okay. Excellent. So at that point, we can very easily just put in up here public interaction mode, interaction mode. There we go. And we now have an interaction mode. So our first one, it'll default to interaction mode.none, and then it can be any of these. And then we'll just essentially, when we click on things in certain ways, we'll check what interaction mode we're in and then perform the correct task. So there we go. We can go ahead and disable the route management window for now. Okay. So there's our toolbar roughly implemented. I mean, most of the things there are there visually, but we do have some things on the construction side that still need some work. So in the construction menu, which is a vertical layout group, I'm going to go ahead and enable that. And for the purposes of right now, I'm going to go ahead and hide the biome hexes and the advisor window and the building hexes. There we go. Just because we're going to be working on this a fair amount, and I'd like to be able to see what we're doing. I find that tends to help. Okay. So, first things first. We need to create ourselves a nice little side menu here that'll open up when we open this. So let's go ahead and in the delivery and sorting button, create a UI image. There we go. And I'm going to have this be positioned on the left middle anchor, and a 0 position on the X and a 0.5 position on the Y. So position X of 0. We need to know what the width of this thing is, though. Middle right? Yeah, middle right is what we're looking for. X position of 0. Height will be of about 50. I mean, it's not... I think the height is actually needing to be 45? Something along those lines. Height of 45? Height of 47? And then a position X of 7. We'll make it be this same mostly translucent black. Okay, we can see that our X position and our Y position are not quite perfect, or rather our X position and our height are not quite perfect. Try 48. That looks about right. And then a position X of 6.5. 6.5. Okay. It's still not exactly right, but probably close enough-ish. Try 6.7. That looks better, but still not quite there. 6.65? 6.68? Okay, that is almost certainly close enough. And then our Y position is still not quite right. 48, it's like 48.1. 48.15. Okay, let's, yeah, that's very, very close. I'd say that's sufficiently close. Okay, so then the question is, how do we want this to be laid out? Do we want this to be a vertical menu here? Or do we want it to be a horizontal menu here? I'm kind of feeling the vertical. So for right now, let's go ahead and call this the building menu. And this will be a width of about that same 225 amount. Wait, what's the actual width of these? We don't actually know. So this width is actually variable. Let's have the width be... I want to check something. At a width of 480, that's roughly correct. And let's, for right now, have this clear flag be white, so we can kind of see what's going on here. And you can see that that's roughly as wide, but I just want to check here. As we shrink this in 16:9, that's fine, but I want free aspect. Okay. That appears to scale correctly. Sounds good. Okay. So, I think this width being something along the lines of 480 is fine. Maybe like 475. So I feel like that's a little bit far. Maybe like 470? No, I think 475. And then we can actually just check. Yeah, that's basically perfect. Okay. And then I want to have the Y pivot be up top. Like so. So that way we can fill in this direction. And for right now, we are going to look at how many we need here. So in our... where did I put that? Sub-hex manager, I believe. Yes. So we have a total of 3 here. So we can just do a height of 45 times 3. So 135. And then I'm going to duplicate the airport button here, and I'm going to just move that right up in here into the building menu, like so. And then I'm going to put in a vertical layout group, and then have the same padding, 777. I believe this one was 10. Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay, child controls sides, width, and height. And then 3. Excellent. And this one is car berth, postal office, and sorting facility. So the postal office is basically going to be where the cars are based-ish. Okay, I'm struggling in my mind here. What is the difference between a car berth and a sorting facility together and a postal office? I feel like there isn't one. So car berth, sorting facility should probably be the same thing, or rather, car berth and sorting facility should remain, and postal office should become something else. What would that become? So this is pickup, delivery, sorting. Ah. People could bring their packages to the postal office, or we could have to go pick them up. And I would rather have to go pick them up. But the postal office would then be something... Like, the postal office could do some sorting, but it would be inefficient sorting, and it also wouldn't need a car berth. It would be like, you'd have a single car berth, it would be able to sort a low amount of packages. So it would be very good for, like, a low density area. I think we can leave that where it's at. So then I think the top one here should be postal office, like so. And then this can be a postal office button. There we go. And then this one would be the car berth. I don't really like the name, but it'll do for now. Can call this the car berth button. And then this would finally be the sorting facility, which has a much higher sorting rate than the postal office, but does not come with any car berth, pickup, or delivery options. So then this would be a sorting facility button. And you'd probably want to have quite a lot of those in a particular area, in like your main hub. Okay. So there's our building menu. And this building menu is going to definitely need to have the menu script, because the delivery and sorting button is going to go ahead and take that, toggle active, and that's the one we clicked on. Excellent. There will, of course, be 4 more here. So I'm going to go ahead and add 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, my cat is currently ratting around under the bed, and she's making a lot of noise. You can probably hear. Oh, actually, she's not under the bed. I don't know what she's even doing over there. She is digging in tissue paper, apparently. That's exciting. Okay, so let's go ahead and hide this building menu for right now, and then duplicate it. And I'm going to go ahead and place it in the truck depot area here. And this will be the truck depot. Actually, we can just keep this named building menu. That's fine. Building menu. Perfect. And then we can change the position Y to be pretty much the same. Like so. What are you doing over there? I don't even know what she's doing. She's destroying things, apparently. But let's go ahead and real quick rename these. So this is the truck depot, and we are looking at truck berth, staging area, and fueling station. As she continues to make just tons of noise. Okay. So real quick. This is going to be staging area. This one will be the truck berth. And then this will be the fueling station. Excellent. And let's just rename this to staging area button. And then this one to truck berth button. And then this final one here to fueling station button. Okay. And then let's also disable this building menu. And then in the construction menu button, or rather the delivery and sorting button, we'll put in the building menu here. And this will be toggle active, but not on. And actually, I hate that they're called the same thing. So let's go ahead and call this the delivery building menu. This can be the truck building menu. There we go. Okay, so the truck building menu. Now, there is a small problem here, and let me just get the truck depot button set up here, and I'll show you what the problem is. It's easily fixable, but we'll deal with that in a moment. So delivery building menu here, and then truck building menu here. So we'll go ahead and do toggle active. We are not clicking on the delivery menu. So toggle active, then on the truck menu, we are clicking on that one. So I'm going to go ahead and hide the construction menu for right now, and I'll show you what the problem is, but we're going to end up fixing it in the next episode for sure. And of course, we're going to have a million errors here, but that's fine. There we go. Okay, so I open up the construction menu. I open up the delivery and sorting here, and obviously, first, we don't have a collision mesh here. We'll have to do something about that. But secondly, we close it with demolition, and then we open this. It's still open. So we're going to have to do something about that. But that's something for another episode. I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we'll do something about that, and we'll implement the rest of these, and maybe do a little bit of actual implementing of what they do. Maybe. See you all then.